The world watches Rafah, a city now synonymous with conflict. Caught between Israeli might and Palestinian resilience, Rafah illustrates the fragility of peace in the region. The latest escalation, marked by intense shelling and a looming ground invasion, presents a grim picture. Thousands are displaced, seeking refuge from a conflict that seems to offer none. This isn't just another flare-up, it's a microcosm of larger geopolitical tensions, testing the limits of international diplomacy. The situation in Rafah demands attention, not just for the immediate humanitarian crisis, but also for its broader implications. The world cannot afford to turn away.
International politics often hinges on red lines, those invisible boundaries that, when crossed, invite consequences. President Biden, in his response to the Rafah crisis, drew such a line, warning Israel against a full-scale ground invasion. This act, seemingly simple, carries significant weight. It signals America's commitment to containing the conflict, attempting to prevent further bloodshed and regional destabilization. But red lines are only as strong as the will to enforce them. History teaches us that red lines, if not backed by action, can be easily disregarded. The Syrian civil war, where chemical weapons were used despite Obama's stated red line, serves as a stark reminder. This presents a dilemma for Biden: how to project American influence without being drawn into another Middle Eastern quagmire. His cautious approach, while understandable, risks emboldening actors who might perceive weakness. The efficacy of Biden's red line, therefore, rests on a delicate balance of diplomacy and credible deterrence.
The consequences of crossing red lines extend far beyond the immediate conflict. When international norms are breached, it undermines global security, creating a climate of uncertainty and mistrust. For one, it emboldens other actors in different conflict zones, potentially leading to a domino effect of violence. Moreover, it erodes the authority of international institutions, making future conflict resolution even more difficult. The world order, already fragile, becomes further strained. The Rafah situation, with its potential for spillover, exemplifies this danger. A disregard for Biden's warning could embolden Hamas, encouraging further attacks and escalating the conflict. Moreover, it could push other regional actors to take sides, turning a local crisis into a regional war. The consequences, both immediate and long-term, are too grave to ignore. The international community must recognize the interconnectedness of these events and act decisively to prevent a cascade of unintended consequences. The world watches Rafah with bated breath, understanding the stakes. The decisions made in the coming days will have lasting repercussions, shaping the geopolitical landscape for years to come. The possibility of a wider conflict, one that draws in regional and global powers, looms large. The humanitarian cost, already staggering, could reach catastrophic levels, further destabilizing an already volatile region. The international community faces a critical juncture. Despite the grim outlook, opportunities for de-escalation exist. Diplomacy, though strained, remains the only viable path forward. The international community, led by the United States, must engage in a concerted effort to bring both sides to the negotiating table. A ceasefire, while fragile, is the first step. Humanitarian aid must reach those in desperate need, alleviating suffering and building trust. The road to peace is arduous, but the alternative is unthinkable. Addressing the root causes of the conflict is crucial for long-term peace. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict, marked by decades of mistrust and violence, requires a comprehensive approach. This involves addressing the legitimate security concerns of Israel, while simultaneously addressing the plight of the Palestinian people. A just and lasting solution, one that guarantees the rights and security of both sides, is paramount. The international community has a crucial role to play in facilitating a peaceful resolution. Mediation efforts, led by neutral actors, are vital. Economic incentives, coupled with security guarantees, can create an environment conducive to dialogue. Investing in education, healthcare, and infrastructure in the Palestinian territories can foster hope and prosperity, reducing the appeal of extremism. The path to peace is long and arduous, but it is a journey the world must undertake. The alternative, as the situation in Rafah starkly reminds us, is a descent into chaos and despair.